Hello everyone, my name is Maeterlinck, and in this video I'm going to talk about one act play titled Home by Maurice Maeterlinck. I chose this drama because of how simple yet deeply emotional the story is. It's not dramatic in the usual sense. It doesn't rely on big argument or loud moments, but it's powerful because of the silence, the waiting, and the weight of grief that slowly builds throughout the play. It made me reflect on how fragile life is and how sometimes we don't really know that others are going through until it's too late. Let me explain the plot structure of this play. The story begins with an old man and a stranger walking through the back garden of a house. They speak quietly, and we realize they have tragic news. A young girl from the family who lives in that house has died. The family, however, is still sitting calmly inside, unaware of what has happened. This is the exposition, where the mood is set and the situation is introduced. As the man watched the family through the window, the old man struggles with how to deliver the news. He is afraid to break their peaceful moment. Meanwhile, the girl's body is being brought by villagers. This part, full of tension and hesitation, is the rising action. The climax comes when the old man finally goes inside the house. At first, the family welcomes him warmly. Then he slowly begins to speak, and the mood shifts. The family start to realize something is wrong. Then we get the following action. The old man tells them the truth. The mother, father, and daughter run toward the door, trying to face the reality that has just been dropped into their peaceful evening. And finally, the resolution. Everyone has left the room in grief, but the youngest child is still sleeping in the armchair, completely unaware. That quiet moment closed the play, leaving a strong emotional impact. There are two main types of conflict in home, internal and external. The internal conflict is mostly within the old man. He is torn between his duty to tell the truth and his desire to protect the family from immediate pain. He doesn't know how to say it, when to say it, or whether he should say it at all. This hesitation shows the emotional weight of grief, not just for those who receive it, but for those who have to deliver it. Then there is the external conflict, which is the reality of the girl's death. It interrupts the normal life of the family and forces them to face something unexpected and painful. There is also a slight conflict between the old man and the stranger. The stranger doesn't feel like it's his place to be there, while the old man believes sorrow should be shared. One moment that shows what kind of conflict is when the old man says, "I thought it would be only to knock upon the door, to go in simply, find a priest or two and tell, but I have seen them live too long under the lamp." This shows how hard it is to break peaceful moment with painful truth. Now let's talk about the characters. The old man is thoughtful and emotional. He is clearly close to the family and feels responsible for breaking the news. He is sensitive, poetic, and deeply human. The stranger is more distant. He found the girl's body but doesn't know the family. He wants to stay out of it, yet still feels the weight of the tragedy. The father seems calm and steady at first. He's the one who eventually opens the door when the old man knocks. His reactions show how unexpected and shocking the news is. The mother is portrayed as fragile. The old man mentioned that her life hangs by a thread, and her reaction is one of deep shock and quiet sorrow. The two young girls are the sisters of the dead girl. They are introduced as innocent and peaceful, working quietly under the lamp. When the truth is revealed, their calmness turns into silent pain. Mary and Martha are relatives or neighbor who helps prepare for the every fall of the body. Mary is gentle and emotional, while Martha is more practical and strong-willed, but still deeply affected. And lastly, the child, the little boy who sleeps in the center of the room, completely unaware of everything. He represents innocence and peace. This play carries several important themes. The first is the inevitability of the dead. No matter how safe we feel inside our homes, death can still come and change everything. Another theme is silence and unspoken emotion. A lot of the play is quiet, with characters struggling to say what they feel. Even when the old man speaks, it fills with pause and hesitation. The play reminds us that grief doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just silent. There is also the theme of unseen inner life. The play reminds us that grief doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just silent. There is also the theme of unseen inner life. The dead girl was last seen smiling and calm, but now she's gone, and nobody knows exactly why. The old man says, "You live for months by someone who is no longer of this world, and you see what happens." This quote shows how much people hide and how we don't always know the struggle others carry inside. The main issue in this play is how we deal with grief, especially how we deliver it and respond to it. The old man struggles with how to tell the family. Martha says they can wait no longer, showing how hard it is to hold in sorrow once you've seen the truth. Another issue is mental health and emotional awareness. There is a hint that the girl may have taken her own life, or at least was in emotional distress, yet nobody noticed, not even her own family. This reminds us how important it is to be emotionally present with the people around us. And lastly, the play highlights the limits of human control. The family feels safe, their windows are barred, the doors are locked, but grief still finds its way in. What I personally found most interesting in this drama is how it used silence as the stronger emotional tool. There is barely any action, but the atmosphere is so heavy. The play makes us feel everything through stillness, hesitation, and slow realization. The play makes us feel everything through stillness, hesitation, and slow realization. It was also surprised by how relatable it is. Even though it was written more than 100 years ago, it talks about something we all fear, losing someone we love and not knowing how to face it. Okay, Home by Maurice Maeterlinck is a quiet but deeply moving drama about death, grief, and the emotional walls we build. It shows that no matter how much we try to protect ourselves, sorrow always finds a way in. And sometimes what we don't say can hurt more than what we do. So I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching and listening my